back, family. Welcome back. Sorry if it's a little loud. It is 100 degrees outside, and I got my air conditioner running. It's too hot to be sitting in one spot and no air conditioning. So sorry if the audio's a little blah. But today we're gonna talk about dating apps. We're gonna talk about cheating. We're gonna talk about women that don't want to have kids, as well as men that don't want to have kids. And we're going to talk about a multitude of things. This is just going to be a somewhat of just a conversation video, if you will. So let's start it off with dating apps. Now, I've heard a few things. I've heard on one hand that with dating apps, you run into the lowest quality people, whether it be male or female, the lowest quality people on dating apps. Now, I'll say this. Seeing as how we're in the era where Instagram models, prostitutes, escorts, pimps, that whole genre of people, they all congregate online. And also, if you think about it, this is a perfect climate for those people because we're in the microwave era, the instantly gratified era, the justification of I'm going to look at tomorrow instead of looking at 20 years down the line era. So what is it with dating apps? I mean, I've also heard people say they found their husbands and wives off dating apps. So it's really all about, are you willing to go through 1,000 garbage bags before you find the treasure? But that's not much different from real life, right? You can go out into the real world, you can go out onto other social media apps, Instagram, Facebook, and you can use those just like dating apps. The thing is that for some reason people congregate on these dating apps, and it's just like what I said before. They sell who they want you to see or who they wish they were. They sell that on dating apps. But then it's not much different from any other aspect in life. Social media, real life, whatever. People are selling themselves as what they want you to see. And then they're hoping that by the time you see the real them, that they can bamboozle you into staying. And then if you don't stay, they're going to make you feel like you're a bad person for not staying, which is not true at all. I think anything is possible. At this point, we're in 2019. These are technically future times. And at this point, you can go on social media platforms, you can go on dating apps, you can go to your local grocery store, and you can meet the love of your life, possibly. Are the chances high? No. But it's very possible. It's very possible. Now, my only thing is with people that are on dating apps is they never really get off the app. Even if they find somebody, right? They never really get off the app. It's addictive because you have all that attention, especially for women. For you women, you have all that attention in the palm of your hand. And honestly, for women, it's like that for all social media apps. But dating apps especially. Any woman, it doesn't matter if she's ugly, a little person, she could be whatever. It doesn't matter. She can go on a dating app and get treated like she's Beyonce. Now, what that does is gives you a sense of what they call that, a sense of like people owe you something. Like people supposed to talk to you. Like you supposed to. Look, the airhead effect is a real thing. So when you spend day in and day out on these dating apps and you're getting hundreds and even thousands of messages from guys telling you you're beautiful, yeah, it may be true, but don't lose the personality thinking that just because those looks or somebody's telling you that you can just live off of that. You can't. Because a real man will shut you down so fast. And all you gonna sit up there and say, oh, well, I got dudes, I got this, that, and the third. Yeah, but what are the quality of them? Let's keep it 100. Most you women have 1,000 guys that'll chase you down, but the quality of those guys are trash. They trash. Because let's keep it 100. If it was some real brothers behind you that was chasing you, well, actually, they wouldn't even be chasing you, because ain't no real brother gonna tolerate somebody treating them like they just expendable just because you got a whole bunch of other dudes chasing you. It don't matter. It goes the same thing for men that have a bunch of women. See, in this day and age, for some reason, women have gotten it wrapped up in their heads that just because you get told you beautiful 1,000 times does not mean that you don't need to have a personality, does not mean that the men that come to you that are actually gentlemen are just expendable. See, that's the thing that pisses me off, because y'all don't know how to identify or treat men different according to how they are. Meaning, you may have a guy that's a complete dirtbag. He done approached you and all he said was, oh, you got a fat ass, you got this, that, and the third. You treat him the same as you treat the guy that came up to you with some actual class and respect. That don't make no sense. And then you get on social media and say, oh man, I can't find a good man to save my life. But one just approached you being respectful. He might have wanted to buy you a drink. He might have wanted to just have a conversation with you. But no, you laughed him out the building. We have to stop with this entitlement. Because let's face it, a lot of you people out there are just have this dangerous level of entitlement. No, man. And all the people that are searching for somebody consistent, you want somebody to be in your life long term, understand you got to look in the mirror. I'm gonna keep saying, I know I keep saying it, but it's the truth. It's the most truest thing I can tell you. It's the most factual thing I can tell you to help you get closer to finding that person, male or female. Doesn't matter. So, with dating apps, honestly, I don't see the point in having dating apps, because every social media platform is a dating app. You can DM and talk to anybody anywhere. Honestly, I look at dating apps like they're just a new way for the prostitutes and the escorts and the pimps and all that shit, to have a place to congregate. And even that ain't true, because they congregate on other social media platforms too. They just in secret. So I just don't understand the use of it. I've been on multiple dating apps, and all I see on there is a whole lot of dysfunctional, bitter people. For my case, it would be women, because I'm a man looking for a woman. So in my case, it'd be a whole bunch of dysfunctional, bitter women, or women that do not know themselves and they're trying to find themselves in the eyes of a man. Let me rewind that and say it again. Women that do not know themselves and try to find themselves in the eyes of a man. In other words, if I gotta water it down, if you are lost, you do not know which lane you are in life. You do not know your ins and outs yet. You are not going to find it just by hopping into a relationship. I had people argue with me because I told people to take your time before you get into a relationship. Because I told people to save your money before you get into a relationship. And I find that funny because I know for a fact it was just a bunch of broke people. I know. I don't care what you say. You might be watching this video right now. I ain't broke. Dude, yes, you are. You're broke. You're broke. If you don't make over 100K a year, you're broke. What? You're broke. And let's keep it 100. Relationships cost money. Y'all gonna want to go places. It ain't about always spending money either. That's not what I'm talking about. You already know that. Don't hit me with the dumb questions. Okay? You know you're gonna, at some point, you're gonna have to spend money. At some point, you're going to want to go somewhere that costs money. You're gonna want to buy gifts for each other. You're gonna want to do things, travel, anything. It all costs money. Oh, and let's just say you go against that. Oh, we ain't gotta go nowhere. Okay, rent costs money. Mortgage costs money. Light bill, all that costs money. But let's say y'all ain't got that far in a relationship to where y'all paying bills together. Let's say it's the beginning. Still, you're gonna have to go out on a date. Okay, let's say you go walk on at the park or something. You take a walk at the park, free, right? Y'all ain't gonna eat. Costs money. And I know how you brothers do. I know a brother will spend his last $50 if that means the possibility of getting some pussy at the end of that night. So he might be able to convince you that he ain't broke for that one day. Y'all got to stop, man, with this naive bullshit, man. It's childish. Relationships cost money. Period. If you cannot own up to that, you shouldn't be dating nobody. And if you are, stick with that person because y'all gonna be two broke motherfuckers by yourselves. And I don't know about you, but I got goals. I got things I'm trying to do. Matter of fact, it wouldn't even matter because I couldn't be with no broke person anyway for the simple fact that I got 3 businesses. I'm doing good already. I'm good. So I bring something to the table. See, the problem is most of y'all don't understand what the table is or how to bring something to it or the fact that you even have to bring something to it. You don't understand that. Because if you did, you wouldn't be dead broke, just barely getting by paying your bills and you trying to look for a husband or a wife. You're unqualified. But then they say, oh, well, we can grow together. We can build together. Another selfish move. Another selfish move. So what you're saying is you want somebody to struggle with you. You want somebody to struggle. Think about how selfish that is to want somebody to struggle. I know for most of you brothers, you like, well, damn, if I just get everything together and then I meet her later, and I'm gonna be like, oh, well, is she with me for the money? I'm gonna say you this right now. It's hard for brothers in that regard. It's hard for brothers when you've already built stability to find somebody that's not with you for your money. It's difficult. It is. But it's a lane and a path we gotta go down to find love. But you shouldn't be trying to find somebody while you're broke just so you can say that y'all built it together. Because that does not mean that that's in your pathway. Your soulmate might be waiting after you've already achieved stability. So you looking for it now is only going to get you a bunch of dirt bags, possibly a few baby mamas, and possibly a few child support cases. Understand the holes we dig is the bed we make, and we gotta lay in it. So, and as far as the women go, I don't know what y'all problem is, because you should be being patient. If you a woman out there and you piss poor broke, you stop dating. Stop dating. Get yourself together first. Achieve some level of clarity and stability, and then date. So that way you can bring something to the table. I'm so tired of hearing people talking about, oh, well, I'm not enough. My personality's not enough. My looks ain't enough. No. Because when y'all get further down in life and bills gotta be paid, that mentality is going to be causing you to just be surviving. And again, I don't know about y'all, but just surviving is not good enough. Paycheck to paycheck is not good. And that's the problem with our community. Here's the punchline, people. Our community is the only ones that glorify and justify that behavior. Dating while broke. Oh, but you gonna say, oh, well, there's Hispanic people that are broke, there's white people that are broke. How's that working out for them? Not good. That's why you got trailer parks. Think, man. But loneliness is the culprit, is the prime suspect here. We fall victim to loneliness. Ain't no advice. Either you gonna swim or you gonna sink. Sink or swim. You can either choose to keep entertaining the bullshit and not hold yourself accountable, not grow, or you can do the opposite and grow. We all know the answers. We all know what we need to do. The problem is that we're scared to do it. Well, let me not say we, because I ain't scared to do a damn thing. I'm already doing it. Y'all scared to do it. You are scared of your goals. You're scared of your insecurities. You're scared of all the real things that can impact your life in a major way. So you stay in a box. You stay in a box. And that box is your comfortability. You like that box, that zone. You like it. But that box harms your future children, harms your future relationships, harms everything that enters into your bubble, enters into your box. So will you sacrifice it, or will you justify it? It's up to you. All right, so let's talk about cheating. Ooh-wee. Look, there's a new thing going on called Black Men Don't Cheat. And for ladies, the way you might be thinking about it is that we're saying that no black men cheats ever. And that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is we're telling black men, don't cheat. You get it? If you don't get it, I ain't got the time to explain it to you. So, for the black men that are out there cheating, we have to cancel out that narrative. We have to shun that narrative. Because these are the things that are running rampant and are popular in our culture. Whether it be having a bunch of hoes, as far as men I mean, having a bunch of hoes, hanging out with your homeboys more than you hang out with your family, going to jail, being a street nigga. All of that is glorified only in our community, and coincidentally, we're the only ones suffering. So, I want to say to black men, get your shit together, man. It's not much else I can say. Because we already know is fuck shit. The black men that's out there cheating right now know what they're doing is fuck shit. It's stupid shit. It's dumb shit. It's not man shit. You know that. If you a man watching this right now and you about to go cheat on your girl, it's not my fault you bitch made, man. It's not my fault. That's on you. You making stupid decisions. Okay? Now, some men might say, oh, well, you know, my woman don't give me none as much as I wanted, so I'm gonna go get some from the side girl over here. Let me ask you one thing. Did you have a conversation with her first? A lot of these things can be solved with a conversation. Whether your woman ain't giving you head, whether your woman ain't giving you enough pussy, whether your woman ain't helping you, or whatever the lack is, a conversation can be had. And I think a lot of us are just cowardly and scared of the conversation, so we go around and try to make something else happen while we have this happening over here. And again, I'm gonna say, that's not man shit. A man has no fear. No fear. Besides what can happen to his family. That's a man's ultimate weakness and his ultimate strength, his family. That's it. If you can't hold your family up on a pedestal high enough to where cheating with old girl down the street just doesn't seem appealing to you, you shouldn't have had a family. Now you just gotta rise to the occasion. You ain't got no choice, you got an obligation. And if you choose to cheat on your woman that's out there working and doing what she can to be great for you and cooking and cleaning and all that type of stuff, that's one thing I've never understood. Why do you cheat on a woman that does everything? Now, hold on now, because it's a lot of you women out there that don't do a goddamn thing too. And you wonder why he looking for somebody else. Matter of fact, there was a thing that just happened with Nicole Murphy and some dude that was married and she kissed him or whatever, and I guess they tried to shame the guy's wife because she didn't look like Nicole Murphy. And this is where I get upset, because women, y'all so flip-floppy and wishy-washy. One minute, if that same guy's wife would have been harassed by a white man or something, y'all would have been on her side. Oh, leave her alone, going in on the white man. But in comparison to a Nicole Murphy that obviously kissed this man's wife, kissed her husband, you go and shame this woman because of the way she built, or because she don't look like Nicole Murphy? And that is a message of the culture or the era that we are in. We are in the era where a good wife is shunned, alienated, roasted, and made fun of when a homewrecker kisses her husband. Bro, I don't get it. I don't understand. And honestly, I don't care that she apologized. I don't give a damn that she apologized. You committed the act. That's one of the things that's wrong with our community now. Somebody apologizes to us and it's all forgiven. Slavery happened. Oh, white people, we sorry. Oh, okay, we forgive y'all. Oh, we so damn phony, man. God damn. Like, at some point, you gotta have a backbone, man. Morals, principles, values. Where is it? I tell you what. If hoes, homewreckers, prostitutes, escorts, Instagram models, and all that is what we glorifying, we lost, man. We are lost. Lost people. Yeah, that's us. Haha, Davis voice, man, for real. I don't get it. I just can't fathom to understand. How do you not look at Nicole Murphy as the culprit in the situation? I don't know. Maybe I'm not getting all the news and all the details right, because the way that it was pitched to me is that they was making fun of the wife, and this woman got a husband, and her husband is kissing on. Anyway, all right. So back to cheating. Okay, if you got a good woman, if you have a good man, and this individual does what he or she is supposed to do as a good woman or good man, you have an obligation to do for them as they are doing for you. If you cannot do that, then you just a bitch ass motherfucker. That's just what it is. We have to stop glorifying and calling these people what they are. I don't know. I don't see it no other way. I don't understand. But it's been going on for too long, man. Like, these problems that we got in our community is just going on too damn long, man. Like, we already got a big division thing going on between men and women. Like, it's already bad enough. Stop cheating if you done found somebody. That don't make no sense. You done found the person you like, and now you go cheat on them because they let's say you got your 80%, right? You know, the 80-20 rule. Let's say you found your 80%. That 80% might have everything, but let's say for men, let's say she can't cook. Let's say she can't cook. And then for women, let's say he got a little dick. I don't know. Let's say he got a little dick. I can't think of nothing else. I don't know, but let's say that. You gonna go cheat. They got everything else you wanted. Everything else. But you gonna go cheat on them for those two things. Ask yourself, do you really deserve a good person in your life if you gonna cheat on somebody over something that small? No pun intended for the guy. And that's the thing, like, for the people out there that's gonna watch this, and you gonna probably go to a dating app, and you probably gonna go talk to your husband and wife, or you gonna go, look for somebody to have in your life. Stop lying about what you're looking for. If you just want a friend for now, look for a friend. If you want a relationship, look for a relationship. Stop saying all this in-between shit. You say you looking for a relationship, but your actions say you just want to fuck around. And here, I'm going to say one thing. If you're a woman that's talking to 3, 4, 5 different people at the same time, if you're a man that's talking to 3, 4, 5 different people at the same time, you're just fucking around. Because we wouldn't need to do that if we didn't have the fear of failing and finding somebody, or if we weren't scared to get let down by somebody, then we wouldn't need to talk to multiple people. You would just find somebody you like, put the time and effort in to get to know that person, and then if it doesn't work out, then you take some time, learn the lesson, and find somebody else. If not, move on.
I feel the wind on my face, I feel the sun on my eyes. Makes me squint for a second as if I'm mad I'm alive. Yeah, I was.
Alright, we are back. Thanks for sticking with me after that little brief break. I had to take a breather, take a sip of water or something. Keep this thing going. Alright, so to finish this thing off, we're going to talk about a couple things. The first one I'm going to get into is women and men that don't want to have kids. Now, honestly, it's not too much to say about that because it's within every person's right to decide whether they do or don't want to have kids. As far as abortion goes, I believe abortion is wrong because if here's a hard thing about that. If we were really protective over who we had sex with, abortions, condoms, birth control, none of that shit would be needed. But because we are creatures of temptation and habit and all that type of stuff, we indulge in things at certain moments when we shouldn't. For women, you have sex with men that you know you probably shouldn't have had sex with. For men, you've had sex with women that you probably know you shouldn't have sex with either. But we all do these things. And the result of these things is baby mamas and baby daddies. Now, in some cases, that situation may spark up an actual family, but it's rare. I've hardly ever seen that. Most of the time, it ends up being an angry baby mama that's angry at the baby daddy, and a baby daddy that's just not there. So, I think it depends on your reasoning. If you don't want to have kids because maybe you don't like kids, maybe you just don't see yourself being a mother or a father, then that's well within your right. There's not much to say about that. I do see that even there are women and men out there that have kids and treat their kids like they never wanted them. That is, you should be locked up if you're doing that, because that don't make no sense. You brought the kid in the world. The kid didn't ask to be here, so it's your obligation now to guide, feed, and instill values and do everything that you can for that child. So I think the only thing with that is it's just a whole lot of man-made bullshit. Abortions, birth control, all that shit is bullshit. And what it does is it enables people to have sex without doing the work. So in other words, a woman doesn't need to worry about getting pregnant or the threat of getting pregnant, even though these things aren't 100% guaranteed, but still damn near. A woman has more temptation to go out there and be promiscuous and be a hoe because she has condoms, she has birth control, she has a multitude of things. She can go get an abortion. If none of those things were allowed, if all those things were illegal, people would be very, very cautious who they have sex with. And maybe that's what we need. Because right now in this microwave era, women are just giving the pussy up way too damn easy, and men is just throwing the dick around way too easy. I don't know. I mean, it's the same thing I think that applies with marriage and divorce. With marriage and divorce, if divorce was illegal, a lot of people would think twice about getting married. This is why I don't believe in American style or European style marriages. Because what does it mean? American style marriage is just a piece of paper and a ceremony. If you love each other as much as you say you do, why do you need that piece of paper? Why? If you're basing your standard on a European standard, that's not love. It's not love. You just, I don't even know what to call it. You just, like, it's like signing a contract. You're putting each other on a contract. And that don't make no damn sense. This is why I don't believe in it. Because it has no attachment, nothing that has anything to do with love. Marriage has nothing to do with love. Nothing. Because I can go buy a ring, we can have a big party, and that could be our marriage right there. Why I can't? And to be honest with you, let's keep it 100 again. Those of you that believe in this American style marriage, that's a brainwashed thing. That came from white people. It has nothing to do with nothing, man. If you love your significant other, then love your significant other. If you feel the need to, I guess, make things a little bit more, I don't know, you want to make a statement saying, oh, I want this to be lifelong, yeah, you can go buy a ring and make a big presentation to her or him and, you know, tell them you're giving them this ring and you want it to be a lifelong thing. But getting married in this American style way, it doesn't mean nothing. You're just putting each other on contract. Actually, it has more benefits for women than it does men, because if you're a man that actually has stuff and has his stuff together and everything like that, I'm not trying to risk nobody taking half of nothing. I don't care if it's 10, 20, 30, 40%, whatever. Ain't nobody taking half of nothing of mine. So, and then yeah, it's the issue of prenups, but who really ever wants to sit up there and ask somebody you say you love to sign this prenup saying you won't get nothing if this don't work out? There is no point. There's no point in marriage. Just love each other. That's it. Love each other. If marriage was a thing, if marriage was about love, why is your credit tied together when you get married? What does credit got to do with marriage? What does credit got to do with love? Why is there any paperwork involved? Y'all better stop being brainwashed. It ain't about being woke. It ain't about none of that. It's just about stop being dumb, man. I'm so sick of people, you halfway pro-black, and then but you still operate under European lifestyles. It is what it is, pimp. So, as far as having kids goes, if you love each other, have the conversation. If y'all don't want to have kids, don't have kids. But understand that your lineage, your family tree ends with y'all. Which is quite a selfish thing, honestly. But, like I said, I ain't God. That's up to y'all. It is entirely up to y'all. So, love is just love. It does not mean things will always be happy. It does not mean things will always be anything. Love will be what it wants to be that day. Which means just because y'all argued doesn't mean there is no love there. Just because y'all disagreed doesn't mean there's no love there. Just because your significant other comes from this background and you come from this background and y'all can't seem to meet in the middle about what you want long term doesn't mean there's no love there. It means there needs to be a compromise. And that is the word of the day. Compromise. What are you willing to compromise to have the love that you so claim to want? What are you willing to sacrifice? And that's the thing. We are not willing to sacrifice. We're not willing to compromise. We make this long list of qualifications, and anybody that doesn't meet every pinpointed thing of those qualifications is canceled out. Not qualified. Again, I'm going to say 80-20. You will never, ever in life, find 100% of what you're looking for, because no being is perfect. The closest thing to perfect in European terms was Jesus Christ, which was black Jesus, and they crucified him. You gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. It's a difficult thing to date or be single in 2019 if dating is heavily on your mind. For me, I don't think about dating like that because I understand that when it comes, it'll come. And when it comes, I'll be open and I will be transparent and I will be honest and I will be loving. That is it. That is all you can do at the end of the day. But sitting up here trying to beat life at life's game, meaning you trying to have 3, 4, 5 different people in your life, whether you male or female, just because you want to cover more ground, or you trying to say, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. Well, guess what? You just opened your life into a whole nother thing, because now you essentially being a player. That's what players do. Y'all need to stop this bullshit, because let's keep it real. That's what players do. Back in the day, players would have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different women that they would kick it with at any given point in time of the day. They would be lying to all of them. That's player shit. And you'd go doing the same thing, talking about you trying to protect yourself and you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, so don't be mad at the outcome and the results that you get. The quality of men, the quality of women that you meet is low because of look at what you're putting into it. What you gonna use to justify? Oh, I'm scared, or what, I'm supposed to just wear my heart on my sleeve and show who I really am? Yes, motherfucker. This whole thing is a gamble. Everything in life is a gamble. You are not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. You are not guaranteed to ever find love. You are not guaranteed to ever make money. You are not guaranteed to do anything. But you gamble on it every day, don't you? So if you're talking about you want love, play the game right. You meet somebody. If y'all are a good match, then you get to know them. Be a part of their life in a major way. Give them 100% of you. If it doesn't work out, go your way. Find somebody else. If it does work out, guess what? Beautiful. But if you have multiple people in your life at the same time, in the beginning, when you have no relationship, in the beginning, you are dividing your time, effort, heart, everything up amongst however many people, men or females, that you have. Which means essentially that you are not giving any of them the 100% effort that they deserve. Which then means that you cannot then demand for somebody to treat you like a queen and you treating all of them like third string quarterbacks. And the same thing vice versa for men. You cannot sit up here and tell a queen, oh, well, I need to be treated like a king. I need respect. I need this, that, and the third. I need a woman that cook, clean, da-da-da-da-da-da. But yet you treating her like the next hoe down the street. Y'all got to see how this game work, man. You can wake up or you won't. Either one of the two. It's up to you. See, that's the difference between me and them other self-proclaimed people with knowledge. I'm not finna force it down your throat. Either you gonna wake up or you gonna keep sleeping. That's on you. Your kids, it will have an effect on your future kids, your future family. Everything in your life will be affected by your justification of your BS, of your insecurities, of your entire everything that had got anything to do with you will be affected. But you refuse to look at it because you're scared of it. My people, my people. All right, so let's get into something else. So, saving money. Let's say you make $2,000 a month. I hope you make more than that, but if you don't, okay, let's say you make $2,000 a month. Let's say your bills come out to about $1,400 a month. All your bills, all your expenses. Leaves you with $600 a month, right? So let's say after everything gets paid, you got $600 a month. Let's say you take $200 of that, you put it in an IRA, self-directed IRA, or you put it in a mutual fund, invest it. What that's going to do is that is going to grow for you and your family over a period of time, right? And the more you add every month, the more it'll grow. So you can literally become your children will inherit millions of dollars by you just investing now. Do you understand that this is stuff white people, Jewish people are doing? And we wonder why there's so much money in their communities? Because they're sacrificing their current life for the generations after them. We don't do that for some reason. We want to take every paycheck we got and go buy a Gucci belt and go buy a brand new car and go buy just some shit we can't even afford, man. And then look how your kids end off. Look how they end up. There is nothing any of y'all can tell me, because it is evident in the statistics. It is evident if you just look around in our community. We are doing the worst. Because we don't save money, we don't invest it, we don't do shit with it but spend it. Which is why we are the biggest consumers in this country. You got Gucci, they'll put out a damn blackface sweater, apologize, now we back to buying Gucci. They just told you they don't want y'all buying their shit. And the same thing damn near goes for all them other motherfuckers, designers. Man. Another thing. So now you down to $400, right? You spent $200 on a mutual fund, IRA. Now that money's growing for you. Years and years and years, that money is growing for you. So now you take that $400, take $200 of that, put it in a savings account. Simple as that. Then that last $200, you keep that in your checking account as a safety net for whatever bills next month. Maybe you didn't get enough hours for next month. Use that last $200. And guess what? If everything every month goes smooth, which I know rarely it does, but if everything goes smooth every month, that money is going to what? Pile up. Next thing you know, you got $10,000 in your investments. You got $1,000 in your savings account. You got $1,000 in emergency money. Now you good, because now you don't got to worry about falling below your threshold. I just gave you the game. Whether you do it or not is up to you. I do it. I've been doing it for years, which is why I'm able to have stable businesses. So, what do you think holds you back from your goal? If you just sat somewhere in the dark, in the light, whatever, just sat somewhere and thought to yourself, what is holding me back from the goal? The answer will always be you. Nobody else, just you. What sacrifices are you willing to make? What compromises are you willing to make? Those two things apply to everything that we talked about today. Dating, saving your money, becoming successful, becoming rich, what? All of it has to do with the same stuff. The same two things that we are afraid of the most. So I challenge all of you, if you've even stayed this long to watch this far in the video, I challenge all of you to do what I said as far as saving money. I want you to calculate how much you make per month. What is your expendable income? Whether it be $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, doesn't matter. Whatever that number is, I want you to then divide it the way I just said. Mutual fund IRA, savings account, emergency fund. That's it. And watch it pile up for you. And don't do nothing with it for 10 years. That's your challenge. I'm not challenging you to a dance off. This ain't no dance challenge. This ain't no kicking no water bottle cap challenge. This ain't no swallowing a cucumber challenge. This ain't none of them bullshit challenges that ain't got nothing to do with advancing our culture or our life. This is about the generation that comes after you. This is about your kids, your grandkids. This is about your mama, your daddy. This is about everything that has to do with you being happy financially, economically, and all of that. Let's see what you got. Keep the faith. Stay strong. I'm gone.
All my life I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Right now I can barely focus. I'm showing no emotion.